Hello everybody, and thank you guys so much for tuning in depending on where you are in this amazing world, and welcome back once again for another video of DIY investing. Chainlink has been one of the coins that a lot of people have been talking about, especially over the last 6 to 7 months. This has been a coin that's really been taking off and has a big fundamental use case that aims to tackle one of the biggest problems happening inside of the current blockchain revolution. If Chainlink's actually able to solve all of these issues that it plans to set out to accomplish, this could be one of the very biggest cryptocurrencies that we have ever seen, and it has a real opportunity of capturing a significant majority of market cap. This is a coin that's about to break its all-time high and head into new price discovery, and so I wanted to dive in today and talk to you guys about Chainlink, talk to you guys about what I'm expecting moving forward. I know a lot of you guys follow me that are actually into Link. Link's one of the biggest communities that I've found. So for today's video, we're going to be diving straight into Chainlink. I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm expecting on the short term, mid-term, and the long term moving forward. This is an awesome project, and I'm super excited to be a long-term investor with this. So make sure you guys stay tuned to find out exactly what I'm expecting moving forward. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do myself a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel. Remember to click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates like the one provided for you here. Remember guys, I also offer a video course and signals. The video course is 20 educational videos that teach you guys all of the same strategies that I use to profit inside of crypto every single day. It's a mix of both short-term, mid-term, and long-term trading investment strategies that I have actually used over the last few years to profit inside of cryptocurrency. Now, on top of that, if you guys want to join the signals are a mix of both short-term, mid-term, and long-term trading and investment opportunities that I post inside of the Discord server. I post both entries so you guys can copy my trades, and I'll also update with exit targets as well so we know exactly when to take profits. This is something that I highly recommend for you guys that want to start copying my trades and actually start profiting with me, because a lot of my trades have been profiting very well over the last couple months, and it's only going to continue to do that. So make sure you guys get access by clicking the invitation link in the description of this video, and there you're going to get access to my Discord server. Alright guys, Chainlink is popping off and we don't want to miss any more of this awesome price action. So let's jump right in the video today. Alright guys, here we are looking at Chainlink on the dollar. Now Chainlink to me guys is one of the best looking charts out there. It actually reminds me a lot of kind of what happened with Ethereum back in 2016. So when I first got into crypto back in 2016, Ethereum was that first altcoin to really start leading the charge, and it was what brought a ton of new value inside of the space. And so kind of what we've been seeing up to this point is we've seen Chainlink doing that. Chainlink has been really that first bull run starter. It's been one of the bigger performing altcoins. I honestly think it was like the very first one to really pump. I think Engine Coin and Chainlink were really the first ones to start leading that alt season charge out of the December lows of 2019. And so to see it continue to perform well is very, very encouraging moving forward with this cycle. I know a lot of people have been holding this. Now, Chainlink, for you guys that do not understand, Chainlink is an oracle for other blockchains, and basically what that means, an oracle, the definition of an oracle, and I don't know the exact definition from Google, but an oracle is somebody that can theoretically communicate between the metaphysical and the physical. Now, an oracle for blockchains is a little bit different, but basically the understanding of Chainlink is this is a way, kind of like a middleman, and they view Chainlink as kind of like the plumbing of the blockchain revolution. And it's not necessarily a blockchain itself, but what Chainlink is a middleman, or I think they call it middleware, for other blockchains to communicate and send and receive value to each other. And so this is a big problem that we've had inside of the market for a significant amount of time. We have all of these blockchains, but the problem is they're single decentralized identities, and they can't really communicate back and forth with each other because they have a different set of protocol, a different set of programming that prohibits them from doing that. Because the problem is, if we had Ethereum that was just easily communicating with Bitcoin, and they were communicating through their decentralized applications, the only way that they would actually be able to do that is through a centralized form of governance. And so with Bitcoin, it's a decentralized application. It's a decentralized application even inside of Ethereum. Those two have no way of communicating and sending Ether to Bitcoin and Bitcoin to Ether in a way that actually works. And so Chainlink solves this problem by giving you guys somewhat of a decentralized middleman, so that you can send Bitcoin to the Ethereum blockchain, and you can use Chainlink to actually process that transaction. And so Chainlink's going to be one that's very big. It's really the biggest leader as far as Oracle blockchains goes. This Oracle Now, what I've noticed inside of Chainlink is the fact that this has been outperforming the majority of the market, not just other oracles out there. And so for me, this leads me to believe that this is going to continue to be that top performing oracle out there. It's going to continue to perform well moving forward. And so this is why I really wanted to talk to you guys and give you guys some updated analysis inside of this market. Now, if Chainlink can actually tackle all of these major problems it sets out to accomplish by allowing every blockchain in the world to be able to kind of coexist in symbiosis and be able to send and receive all of the different cryptocurrencies and communicate from blockchain to blockchain, and they'll be using Chainlink to do so. So Chainlink, in a way, is almost like the new version of the internet itself. It's just another layer that they put over that. And so this is like a decentralized layer that they're going to use amongst the blockchain community. And all of these blockchains are going to be able to communicate value and send and receive information through the Chainlink protocol and this oracle that is Chainlink. And so with looking at this chart, let's actually dive in and show you guys what I'm expecting moving forward with this. Now, as you guys can see, we're making a very strong impulse. We're about at that all-time high mark. Now, 3-day, let's actually go. So we're actually on the 3-day time frame. On the 3-day time frame, we're about to break out of candle body resistance. And from this point, I think that it should break out fairly easily. Maybe at this point we'll have a slight pullback, but I don't really expect it to be very long-lived. I think that this one has a lot more upside potential, and so it's going to break out very soon. Now, once we can get a break of this area at about $3.85, I think that that's going to set us up for that new all-time high mark. And I think that really, guys, we're going to break out of this pretty convincingly, and it's going to go very parabolic because there's still a lot more upside potential left to come inside of Chainlink. This impulse has really just started. I mean, this was the previous cycle, and we had just barely broken out of the previous all-time high of that cycle. And then this consolidation here was just us retesting those previous highs as support. And so this impulse is just taking us into the next major leg up. And so let's go through here and analyze the Elliott wave count so that we can see exactly where we are in the grand scheme of things. Now, based off of Elliott wave theory, I'm going to go through here and count the 3 sets of 3. Now, in wave 1, there's always 3 impulse waves, and that's with every wave. So every wave has 3 impulse waves. There's 3 impulse waves for every wave. So with that being said, this is wave 1, this is wave 3, and then this was wave 5, and so that's 3 impulse waves, and that completes wave 1, right? So this was wave 1, and now what's coming next and what we're working on currently is wave 3. Wave 3 is generally the most parabolic of the impulse waves because the 3 wave is where all of the retail money starts really bubbling up this price. And so this is the one that we're currently working on, this 3 wave. Now I'm going to remove the actual wave, make these a little bit bigger so that we can see here. And so we are working on the 3 wave itself. Now, is this 3 wave completed? Is this the top of the 3 and we finish the 4 before one more final 5 wave impulse back up? Or do we still have more to go in this 3 wave before we can actually be done and then go into the 5 wave? And so let's actually dive in here and kind of analyze what I'm seeing. So this was the 1 wave, 1, 3, 5, first impulse waves, and then we correct all the way back down. And so that finished wave 1. Now wave 1 is accompanied by a new set of impulse waves. And so this would have been our 1 of the 3. This would have been the 1 of the 1 of the 3, 3 of the 3, and then this would have been the 5 of the 3. And so then really what comes next is one more final 5 wave impulse. Let's make this one minuscule. Let's actually show the wave here. And so based off of this, guys, we still have one more final 5 wave impulse until that completes our 3 wave top. And then from there, we'll still have another 5 wave. And so I know that Elliott wave theory can be a little bit confusing. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this turns into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know how confusing that gets. And so I really do understand. But with that being said, guys, Elliott wave theory is pretty easy to follow along with. If you guys are a little bit confused currently watching this video, let's go ahead and zoom over to the actual diagram of how Elliott wave theory works so that we can fully understand. So this is the way it works, guys. You have 3 impulse waves, right? Now, in those 3 impulse waves, you have another set of 3 impulse waves that are much smaller. And then inside of those 3 impulse waves, you have another set of 3 impulse waves. So it's 3 sets of 3. And that's for each and every Elliott wave impulse. Now, we don't need to dive into a ton of these little Elliott wave graphics, but I just wanted to show with you guys how it actually works. And we can see a perfect example here. We have 1, 3, 5, A, B, C, and that completes wave 1. And then we have a new set of 3 impulse waves. 1, 3, 5, ABC, that completes the 3 wave, and then we have another set, 1, 3, 5, and that completes the 5 wave, right? And this is the way the Elliott wave theory works. So if you're watching this and you're feeling confused, just don't overthink it too much. Just watch what I'm about to do here. So we had, based off the Elliott wave theory, we had our first 3 impulse waves followed by an ABC correction back down, and that completed wave 1. So let's go through here and see if we got that. 1, 3, 5, and then ABC correction back down. A, B, C. So we did get that. Oops. A, B, C. Right? And so we did get that. Now we're working on the 3 wave. So this would have been our 1 impulse, 1. And then this is our 3 wave impulse. So we had 1, 3, and then 5. So that would complete our 3 wave impulse. Now from here, we still have one more 5 wave impulse to come. So we're really just right here. 3, 4, and then 5. And that will complete our 3 wave before we have another extended correction. And then we'll go into one more final 5 wave impulse from there. And so, guys, there is still a lot more upside still to come inside of Chainlink currently. This was just the 1 wave. Now we're working on the 3 wave. We'll have one more final 5 wave impulse up, complete the 3 wave, another shorter term correction, and then we'll go into the final impulse up, which would be the 5. Now, to be honest, guys, I do strongly believe that we're going to see at least a $100 Chainlink. I think it's very possible we could see a $300 Chainlink. Really, guys, I'm not sitting here trying to call exact price targets. You guys know that I base my exit strategies around time frames, and so really, whenever I'm pointing out these price targets, it's just an assumption. It has no sort of real analytical substance backing it. Because at the end of the day, nobody really knows how high it's going to go. All I can do is show you guys how the cycles are mapping up, and then we can kind of see exactly where the cycle's going and see exactly how much we have left. And so that's why I use Elliott wave theory, is to dictate exactly how much further we have left in the cycle. And really, we have quite a bit. We still have another impulse coming in this 5 of the 3. After that, we'll have a short-term ABC correction, and then from there, we'll start a new set of impulse waves, and we'll have a brand new impulse that will look something along the lines of this. So this would have been our 1 of the 3. We're working on the 3 of the 3. Then we'll have 5, right? And then we'll have a short-term A, B, C correction. Show the wave. Make it look a little less whack. And then that would complete our 3 wave. And then a 4 wave, and then we have one more final 5 wave impulse back up, right? And it looks something like this, right? Something like that. And then that would complete our Chainlink impulse. And so this one's still got a lot more parabolic upside left to come, and I expect it'll look something along the lines of this. It very easily could go overextended, $100, $300, I don't know, but we still have a lot more upside still to come. We still have another few set of impulse waves in the 3 and in the final 5 wave impulse before we can actually start the new bearish trend. And then who knows how long that's even going to last. And so by looking at this, guys, we can definitely know that we have a lot more time still to come. There's a lot more profit potential still to be had. And we're just barely starting to break out of that all-time high mark here. Now, before we wrap up this video, let's talk about some cyclical analysis here with time frames. Now, this is really interesting to me because Chainlink not only follows Elliott wave theory really nicely, and it's showing a very expansive market cycle, but it also follows the time frame cyclical analysis that I've been sharing with you guys around the new year being the time of reversals. And we can see that following here. Now, new year would have been about right here. And so we can see that we did get a little bit more of an impulse outside of that New Year's time, but this was practically the time of the reversal of the market. And then we got a bear market retrace. Two years from that point is going to put us at 2020. So now we go from a year from 2018 puts us at 2019, 2020. So a year from 2018 puts us at January 1st of 2019, which would have been about right here. And we can see that then we immediately got a bullish reversal on the upside pretty much from that exact point. And then we went into our next impulse. Now a year from that point would put us at January 1st of 2020, which is about right here, which was coincidentally, the exact bottom before we actually started our new reversal into this next impulse. And so we can see here, guys, that Chainlink itself is following this cyclical analysis very, very nicely. What that leads me to believe is that this is an early market cycle. It's got a lot of money coming into this, and so because of that, it's following more of a yearly basis where every year we get a reversal compared to every 2 years we get a reversal, just because there's a lot less money inside of this market cap compared to some of the other majors. And so looking at this, guys, it appears to me that a year from 2020 is going to be 2021, which is going to be about right here. And I think that we could very easily see that being the top of our next cycle. And so I think that we're very easily going to see more of an increasing in Chainlink's value as far as dollar value. We're going to continue to see this uptrend taking place. There will be short-term pullbacks along the way up, but I would assume that about January 1st of 2020 is when we are going to get the cycle high of Chainlink before we do start another longer-term correction, maybe something that we saw back in 2018. But that's just kind of the way it's looking. The only reason I say that is because the cycle analysis around Chainlink is identical. We can tell that the new year is a very strong point of reversals. Even if it's not 100% identical, it's enough and it's close enough for me to really put enough faith into that playing out again down the line. And so looking at this, we were almost exact with the new year's every single time. If you would have just bought at the new year or at least sold at the new year, then you would have made a significant amount of money each and every time up. And so this is Chainlink, guys. Before we wrap up this, let's actually go and take a look at the Bitcoin pair, because I honestly think the Bitcoin pair looks better than the dollar in a number of different ways. And in fact, we just broke out of that all-time high mark pretty much. Candle bodies were outside of that. We're about to have a pretty strong impulse coming inside of Link, so you guys really need to stay tuned for that. Now, by taking a look at Chainlink, we're going to see that we have this parabolic trend. This one honestly looks better than pretty much any of the other ones I've seen out there. See a lot of people drawing these. A lot of times they don't really work very well, and most of the time they actually fail. But we're going to take a look here and see kind of how Chainlink is following this parabolic trend. Now, we can see here that this is the Bitcoin pair, and the Bitcoin pair itself is going parabolic. Now, I don't think that this can sustain itself. I would expect that after this three-wave impulse inside of Chainlink, that we would actually start a bigger correction inside of the Bitcoin pair. Even if the dollar pair continues to impulse into that final 5-wave upwards of $100, I think that the Bitcoin pair is going to have a harder time sustaining this parabolic trend. And in fact, I think that we're really close to the blow-off top inside of this parabolic trend on the Bitcoin pair for Chainlink before we do start a bigger term correction. But with that being said, guys, this is still one of the best looking setups across the board inside of the altcoins, especially on the Bitcoin pair, because this Bitcoin pair is showing a lot of parabolic nature. I mean, every time we hit this, we get a strong impulse and we get a major parabolic run. And that's been the case every time. And so I'm expecting that this is going to continue to play out. I think that we need one more major blow off top before we can really finish out this major parabolic run inside of Chainlink. And then that should kind of take us into more of a bearish cycle. And then maybe we go up one more time. I don't really know exactly how it's going to look, but all I'm doing is just sharing with you guys what it looks to me. And I do strongly believe we're going to get one more strong parabolic impulse still to come. So this was my analysis with Chainlink. Overall, I think this is one of the hands down best long-term investments for cryptocurrencies that you can have. It sets out to tackle one of the biggest problems we've had inside of the space. If this can actually solve the major problem where blockchains can't really communicate and send information to each other, this has, honestly, this project will be invaluable. There's no dollar value that will ever be able to look at this and be, well, this is what it's worth. Because honestly, Chainlink will be something of, I really don't even know how to put words into it. Because if this continues to solve the problem that it does, and it's really widely adopted in the way that it sets out to accomplish, this is going to be probably one of the biggest cryptocurrencies. My guess would be at least top 2. And it could very easily surpass even Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is really that store of value. Some people view it as a global currency, but Chainlink is kind of the plumbing for the entire decentralized ecosystem. And so this one really could be something huge. We have no idea how big it could be. Potentially bigger than Bitcoin. I don't know. This is all speculation. I find that hard to believe, but at the same time, guys, it's very, very possible. What Chainlink sets out to accomplish is something very big, and if it can actually do so, I don't see why it won't be at least number 2 in market cap. At least, that would be my guess, but it's all speculation. Nobody knows at the end of the day. I want to know what you guys think. So if you're still watching this video, I want you guys to comment in the description what you guys think Chainlink is headed. If you guys think that this could have the potential to actually surpass Bitcoin, maybe if it can't surpass Bitcoin, do you guys think that it can surpass maybe XRP and Ethereum, some of those other top coins? I want to know what you guys think about Chainlink, so make sure you guys comment that down below in the description of this video. With all that being said, guys, this is really all I had for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Always remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Click notification bells for updates. Remember, I also offer a video course and signals. The video course is 20 educational videos that teach you guys all the strategies I use to profit inside of crypto every day. And the signals are a mix of both short-term, mid-term, and long-term trades and investments that I take inside of my Discord. So make sure you guys get access to that by joining and clicking the invitation link in the description of this video, and that's going to give you access to my Discord server. Once you're on there, make sure you guys just message me, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.